Now, another really, really important app that we need to install. This is a shipment tracking app, and basically it will send emails to update your customer throughout the delivery process, from taking the order details to actually shipping it out, to being in transit, to, there's going to be an attempted delivery today. And you can also notify them when there's a failed delivery. So, for example, they're not in to sign for the parcel, they'll get an email and it'll let them know. And you can also have an email sent to yourself, which will let you know, so you can follow up with them personally and say, listen, we tried to deliver your parcel, you weren't in, we're going to try again in a day or two. This app is by far the best one I've used. I installed it towards the end of October, so I'd been running my store for over a month. I'd been running it for about 6 weeks, and I was using a different app for this task, and it just wasn't working well for me. And I was getting so many emails to my customer service email address saying, where's my parcel? What's the tracking number? I haven't been sent my tracking number. And I thought, you know what, something needs to change here. This can't continue. I started this business so I can earn a semi-passive income. I don't want to be putting 5 hours a day into looking for order numbers and tracking numbers and talking to customers. So the first thing I did to relieve that was improve the app that I was using, change it, and I found Aftership, and Aftership is incredible. My open rates on Aftership are above 90%. I think it's like, at one point it was 100% or 99%. So that meant that every single email that Aftership was sending on my behalf was being opened by my customers. So that gives you a huge opportunity to drive repeat customers, drive them back to your website in these emails that get sent out automatically by Aftership. You can include links, you can include discount codes, whatever you want. You can customize the content of these emails. And obviously, like I said, it does hugely relieve the headache of the where's my parcel emails. The second thing I did was hire a virtual assistant as soon as I could afford one. And she's absolutely amazing. I don't know how I found her, but I struck gold with her. She is brilliant. She does pretty much everything. I just get an email from her every morning with anything she can't handle. And usually there's only about 3 or 4 things. So from putting in 4 or 5 hours a day working on my customer service, mainly to do with where's my parcel, I now put in less than 20 minutes. I mean, and that's me being excessive. I think I must put in about 10 minutes maximum per day. And sometimes I just leave it and let it pile up and deal with it in bulk, as Tim Ferriss talks about in the 4 Hour Work Week. Anyway, this is the link to the free trial, the free sign up of Aftership. Click it and you will go to this page. Sorry. In fact, I'll just copy and paste the link. As usual, this box will not appear because this video will be in its place. And here we are. All you do is click Start Free. In fact, let me show you something. Etsy, Groupon, these are the type of people. Wish, these are the type of people that are using Aftership. So it really is reputable. It's insane, to be honest. I'll show you the dashboard for my first store so you can check out the open rates and stuff. I'll show you that at the end of this video. So you click Start Free. You'll be asked whether you're, personal or business. Click Business and put in whatever details they ask for. I did it quickly before this video. I need to change that because I'm not a novelty pill. That could be dangerous. How do we change that? Click here. What you want to do is change your username, because this is the link that you will be sending people to track their orders and check on their orders. So mine was info novelty pill for some reason. It must be to do with my email address I signed up with. So pick a username. The best thing to do is just use your domain name that you signed up with. Just use the same words. I still don't have a custom domain on my first store. I wouldn't bother with it really. The same email address to receive notifications, store name. Profile settings have been updated. I have AfterShip Premium on my first site, and you can track over 100 shipments a month, and you pay as you go. It's 10 cent per order that you're sending emails out for. So it's really cheap, to be honest. I spend about $30 a month on my first store. You're not going to spend anywhere near as much. And to be honest, it will likely all be free for you. Because you can have up to 100 shipments a month. And I don't think in your first month you're going to have more than 100 orders. If you do, go premium. But if you don't, it's fine. Trackings, this is where your trackings will appear. Notifications. So you click enable notification triggers. Basically, it takes you to the settings triggers page. And this is where you decide, when you want to send an email out. And I think on my first store, I have all of these ticked. And then in fact, what I have is I just have this ticked. This has just popped up for me. Premium features, track more than 100, send email and SMS notifications, customized notification messages. So actually, if you do want to relieve the headache of not having to deal with following up customers' tracking numbers, you are going to have to go premium, regardless of how many shipments there are, because sending emails to customers is actually a premium feature. I apologise, I didn't realise. And what we've just finished our our settings page, our profile settings. The only thing else that I want you to do in this video is click apps, view all apps, and click Shopify. Auto import tracking numbers and order info from Shopify store every 3 hours. You want to open select couriers in a new tab. And your store URL, make sure it's correct. Note that it's not your domain name, it's your Shopify store URL. So it'll be the username that you signed up to Shopify with and that you log in with. Connect. And it'll take you to this. And you just install the app. Monthly shipments, it'll be 1 to 100. In fact, you can remove this tab actually because it's come up here. And what you need is type in China EMS. And if for some reason you use China Post, you want China Post. If for some reason you use Post NL, you want Post NL. DHL. Just trying to think of shipping companies that they may ship that you may ship with, but China EMS is ePacket, so make sure you have that one. And I've also added the domestic ones. So after it's arrived from China to the country you're shipping to, so the US, for example, you want to add those courier services as well. So you've got USPS, FedEx, DHL Express, and I've added some others as well. Try UK. Perhaps you want DPD UK, Parcel Force, FedEx UK. Just trying to think from my own experience which UK couriers have been used, Royal Mail. That should do. Choose a username for your tracking page. Next. And that's us done. Basically, we just had to input this info again. So now it's connected to Shopify. As you can see, it's connected to that store there. And you can sync it if you want. There's no point because we don't have any shipments yet, but it'll sync up to the last 3 days. So this is how our tracking is actually set up now. It's pretty extensive, pretty crazy. So we make a sale on Shopify. That is synced to Oberlo. We process with one click through Oberlo and we pay for that order with our supplier. Our supplier ships that out, and in a day or two, our supplier ships that out, and on our orders page, you'll see your orders here pretty soon. On our orders page, it's synced with AliExpress, and we have an AliExpress order number. We also have a get shipment or get tracking number button, which you'll see soon, hopefully, when you get orders. You click that, and the AliExpress tracking number will be added to the order here in Oberlo. That is synced with Shopify. So the tracking number is pushed to Shopify on the Shopify orders tab. So you'll have your Shopify orders here, and our tracking number goes from AliExpress through Oberlo to Shopify, and then from Shopify it goes to Aftership because we've just synced it with our Shopify store. And then from Aftership we can send our email notifications. Okay, so in this video we're going to be customizing our emails and our tracking page, and we are going to be setting up our triggers. To have your emails sent out to your customers, you do need to upgrade to premium. I would recommend doing it if you are making sales. So perhaps in a few weeks, you come back and upgrade to premium. For now, you're not going to have that many sales. Well, we don't know, but you're probably not going to have that many sales. So what you need to do, if you do, for now, what I would suggest is sticking to basic. And we won't bother customizing our emails because, we're not going to be able to send these out because it's a premium feature. But I'll just mention, when you do upgrade to premium, which I hope you are able to in a few weeks, all you have to do is add a discount code here. Thanks for shopping. Use this 10% discount code next time you order. And then just set up the discount code in Shopify as we have done with these. And that works wonders for me. Also, edit here the contact details. You want a from name instead of your brand name. Put a personal name because it can be opened. Because the open rates are more when you use a personal name in an email. And I probably remove the powered by Aftership badge and just update. Tracking page. This isn't a premium feature. So you can, it is worth editing all this, and we will be setting up this tracking page to link with our website. So I tend to keep the basic theme. I upload a logo, and you can upload a fave icon again. And I haven't actually made one of those yet. I'll quickly go and make one after this video. So again, use Canva 32 by 32 pixels to make your fave icon, and upload it here and to the Shopify theme page. So click Customize Theme and General Settings, fave icon, and upload it here, 32 by 32. Twitter username, I don't have one. Facebook username is just this part of the URL. Support contact update. And you can also connect your Instagram, which I would suggest. Authorize. Instagram successfully connected. So now you can check out what your page actually looks like by clicking this link. And this is it. Your Instagram feed will display below, which is really cool. And this links back to your website. So there you go. All you have to do when you get an email from a customer while you're on the basic plan, if you get an email from a customer asking where their order is, all you do is go to Oberlo, find the order, type the order in here or your customer's name, and you will have the tracking number somewhere around here. Copy and paste it into this, click track, and it'll provide you information on where it is. Alternatively, you can use 17track.net or Kanyao, or however you pronounce it, Kanyao Global Order Tracking. We'll just check these links work. Yep. And yep. It's a shame that we can't actually set up automated emails for free, but hopefully you will be making enough money to go premium. In fact, I should say it's not a monthly fee; it's pay as you go, and you can cancel it at any time. And it's 10 cents per customer's email that you send. So you can actually upgrade to premium now if you want, and you're not going to be charged. You do have to put $20 in now if you do go premium, but you're not going to be charged a monthly fee. And if it doesn't work out, I'm pretty sure after ship, we'll be pretty happy to refund you the balance of your account. Your usage here shows you how much you've spent. I'm quickly going to jump over to my settings and my dashboard on my first store so you can see how effective this actually is. Right, I've just checked out my dashboard and my open rate is insane, so I'm excited to show you that. First of all, I'll show you the less exciting bit. My usage, as I said, I signed up to it in October and I spent $2.30. November was my first full month, just short of $30. That's 487 paid shipments, 487 orders I sent emails out to customers automatically for. And December, just finished, 528. So my store is growing actually, which is cool. I've got $8.30 left, which allows me 83 more paid orders before I'm auto recharged $20. So yeah, that's how much I've actually spent, and that's the volume I'm doing, 500 orders per month plus, and it's only costing me $30. So realistically, you're not going to need to spend that much on aftership until you've actually grown your store. And here is my dashboard for the last 30 days. So 38% have been delivered, 1% are out for delivery right now, 47% are in transit, 2% info received, so that's they've not actually been shipped out yet, but they're ready to go, I think. Failed attempts is 4 shipments, so I've had 4 failed deliveries. Someone knocked on the door and there's been no answer and nobody's signed for it. These customers get an email telling them that, and I receive an email as well, so I can follow up with them myself or get my VA to follow up with them. Expired, not sure what that means, not really bothered because I've not received any complaints, so it can't be a bad thing. And pending, I think that just means loading onto the system, I don't know. And now for the big bit. 1,000 emails sent in the last 30 days, 99.6 open rate, 56.1 click rate on the links in those emails. So this is a goldmine for repeat customers. If you can include discounts, if you can include incentives to get back into your store, this is going to drive massive sales if you do it properly. So that is probably one of the best open rates I've ever seen. And that, I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but that is insane. I'll say before I begin, you can skip this video if you never plan on upgrading to premium, But if you do plan on upgrading to premium, this is really important, and it's going to save you a headache in the long run. So you need to click Settings, Customize Email, and scroll down to Info Received, and just type in here. Please note that the tracking number can take a few days to load onto the system. If no info about your order is displayed, do not be worried. We would advise simply trying to track the order again in a few days' time. So include that on your info received, and I would probably copy and paste it. Yeah, so I'd copy and paste it. Update. And I'd include it in this one as well. This is in transit email. To track your order, you also need to include this in the in transit email. To track your order, simply visit our tracking page. Linked to on our website. And you just want to highlight that and click this here, which inserts a link, and head over to your tracking page and just copy and paste the URL. Note that you don't use www in the aftership domains. And in fact, I'm going to edit that to open in a new tab. There you go. Update. And in delivered, you want to put you want to create some social proof and create some content for your Instagram, customer created content. So in the delivered email, you want to put, remember to take a photo of your new purchase and show us on Instagram. Tag us using whatever your Instagram username is. And then you can include a link to your Instagram page as well. And I'll probably do this as well, because they might open it on the mobile and they'll just click that and they'll follow you. And include any other stuff about your Instagram if you want. So update that. You also, in the info received, remember to use the discount code. You back again, 10% off your next order. If placed for 10% off your next order. I don't like this space, it's unequal. It's really annoying me, but what can you do? So yeah, remember to use the discount code back again for 10% off your next order. Click here to shop now. And you want a link to you can either link this to your homepage or you can link it to your collections all sorted by best selling. And that is that. So now what we want to do is connect this aftership page. So copy and paste the URL we want to connect this to our navigation on our site. So head over to Shopify, online store, navigation, and wherever it says shipping and wherever it says order tracking, you want to link to a web address and you want to just copy and paste that web address. And remember, you do have it in both menus, so remember to put it in the footer and the main menu. Web address, paste, save menu, and that's that. Now I'm going to check out my store. So here we are. This is what my store looks like at the moment. If I click order tracking, it takes me to this page, and if I click back on that, it takes me back to my store, and the footer should do the same. Yep, quality. So all that's sorted. This video will do a quick bit of admin for your site. You cannot skip this bit. This is so important. First of all, you want to fill this in, your homepage title. This is just for the search engine rankings. Enter a description. Then we need to set up Google Analytics. So you want to go to Google Analytics, just Google it, and you need to set up a new account if you don't already have one. You want to click admin and then new account, and you just want to set up. You want to track a website, so you just type in your account name. Mine's called Shopify Store, and then the website name is the name of my website, the URL, industry category, just basically what you're selling, and your time zone, whatever time zone you're in. You can untick all these or leave them ticked. I just tend to leave mine ticked, and then you click Get Tracking ID. I'm quickly going to go back through and set mine up. The reason I've not set mine up with you in this bit is because I already have an account called Shopify Stores, and I just wanted to show you how to set up a new account. What I want to do is set up a new property in that account. So I've got my first store already set up as a property within this account, and I'm just going to set up my second property within that same account. Right, so you've clicked Get Tracking ID, and you should now be on a page similar to this one. And all you have to do is copy this website tracking code, head back over to your Shopify, and paste it here, and save so far. And there is my Google Analytics code. And click Use Enhanced E-commerce and save again. Now we need to set up our Facebook pixel. So head over to Facebook and go to the ads manager. It will be, if you click somewhere in the top right, it'll say like manage adverts or something like that. You may need to sign up for an advertiser account. Just Google it. And then click this here, this drop down. Head over to pixels. Sometimes it doesn't load in Safari. It crashes it for some reason for me. So I'm going to go over to Chrome and do this. I'm on Chrome now, loading the pixel page. You want to make sure it's Facebook pixel, not conversion tracking pixel. And if you've already got a pixel tracking on another website, if you've already got another Shopify store you're using, set up a new pixel. And click Use an Integration or Tag Manager. Click Shopify. So this is just showing you where to paste it. You can go through this if you want, or just copy what I do. In step 2, this is step 1. In step 2, you'll get your pixel ID, so just scroll down to get that. So you should have just copied the Facebook pixel ID and just paste it in here. So now you should have your Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel set up. Google Analytics is really important that you have that set up from the start, especially when it comes to selling your website, because brokers and marketplaces need to see the traffic and need to see like a legitimate evidence. The Facebook Pixel is, crucial for your advertising on Facebook, because what it does is records events on your website, and it finds other people to serve your advert to that are similar to the people on your website taking action. So, I mean, it's really complicated to explain. There's a lot of people that think too much into it, but just do what I did and you'll be fine. This part, we are going to, again, add some things to our site that are going to increase conversions. And we're going to add trust seals. These provide a sense of authority, a sense of trust and safety on your site. I'll reiterate, I keep saying it, it's really important that people do feel safe on your site, because they haven't heard of your brand before, and they, not only do they need a reason to buy, they need a reason to not be scared to buy. And one of the main reasons people leave a website is because of the risk of, the credit card details being taken. So something you can do that's really simple to prevent that is adding trust seals. I've got 2 trust seals here. I will post them in the Facebook group so you can download them and use them yourself. All you have to do is click Settings, Files, and then upload them to your Files section, which I'm going to do now. So I've uploaded them and they're appearing here. I've got loads of different designs as well that I've uploaded. You'll have the same if you've uploaded all your branding and your images from Canva or wherever you used. So we've got them ready to use now. So what we need to do is open in a new tab, Online Store. Open in a new tab, the Online Store, which I've done already. And now from here, we need to click Edit HTML and CSS. Scroll down to Templates, Product.liquid. Sorry, I've done it again. Scroll down to Sections, open Sections, scroll down to Product.liquid, or Product Template, sorry, .liquid. And we need to find our Add to Cart button again. So line 111 for me is where I find my Add to Cart button. Another helpful thing to do is open your store in a new tab, because you're going to want to see the changes you're making here. And open a product page. So just above the Add to Cart button, you want to make a bit of room here and just start a new div and close the div like that. So just type in what I've typed. Make sure it looks like mine looks. And what you want to do is type this. Open bracket image src, which means source, equals. Head over to your files and copy. Copy the PayPal one actually. Copy that one first. Paste. And then forward slash and then close the bracket. Click save. Head over to your product page. Click refresh. And here's our seal. And then at the end of that tag, press enter to start a new line. And you want to do the same with image source equals. And this time you want your money back guarantee seal. Copy, paste, forward slash close bracket, save, refresh the product page. So what we need to do here is resize these. So make a bit of room on each one. And type in height equals. and type in width equals, and this is where you just have to really work it out for yourself what looks best on your site. So I'm going to try 200 pixels. So click save, try again, refresh. That looks better. And the same with the money back guarantee. Let's try the width at 200 pixels. Save, refresh. Looks a bit stupid. Let's try 100, save. I want it to look uniform, as if it's all part of one image. You can obviously edit your own image if you've got Photoshop and feel like taking the time to do so. Perhaps make this a bit bigger, 120, save, refresh. No, I don't like it. I'm going to leave it at, let's try 110. What you should do once you've sorted it out is type this. And that's just a note for you. Let's just refresh. So this is what it's going to look like for me. That's what I'm going with. I mean, I'd like the space in here to be a bit less, but it is what it is. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. The key thing is to have these trust seals really close to your add to cart button, because they're going to associate trust with your add to cart and they're going to be more inclined to click it and get into your sales funnel. Another thing we want to do is make the add to cart button a lot bigger. So you want to go to theme.css.scss.liquid and scroll right down to link and button styles, or just type it in here. And scroll down to the bottom and type hashtag add to cart, open curly, a few spaces, close curly, and you want to type width, colon, 200 pixels, semicolon, in fact 400 pixels, semicolon, save. That should have changed it. There we go. So that's huge now, that's great. I might leave it at that, or I may bring it to end just with the trust seals here. However, it looks pretty good because my description comes out a bit further, so it's a nice little arrow. So let's check out how it looks on tablet. That's pretty good. And then mobile. That's pretty good. I like that. Again, my OCD is destroying me here because I wish that this space was the same between each trust seal. So it's looking good. So in this video, what we've done is add the trust seals and improve the add to cart's visibility. So I'm liking it. It's looking a bit more like a store now, and that is dramatically going to increase the percent of conversions. I discovered the Conversion Pirate blog not long before I set up my site, and I have this on my first site set up. This basically just pushes people through the checkout process and sort of encourages them to complete the purchase rather than abandoning the checkout. It's changed a lot since I last came onto this website. I had to do it all manually, had to code everything myself. But this actually looks pretty cool. So you can configure exactly how you want yours to look. So you select your countdown time. They suggest 15 minutes, so we'll go with that. I use 10 on my first store if you want to know. And it changes in real time on this page here, which is cool. You want to keep cookies enabled. Trust badges. Oh, this is awesome. Let's check out what these look like. I've got these three on my first site. I'm going to change. I'm going to have VeriSign, PayPal, McAfee, and I'm going to generate the code. Wow, that is a long code. Copy. Once you've got your code from the Conversion Pilot website, you need to go over to Preferences, so Online Store Preferences, and go to Google Analytics and click Add Custom JavaScript and just paste it and save. For the majority of this video, there will be a big white canvas in front of the majority of my order details. There are various reasons for that. The main ones being I'm not giving away my niche and I'm not giving away my customers' details. But if you just follow me down this right-hand side here, I'll show you what Obolo can do. So at the moment, I'm just going through my orders from the 5th of January. I'm a bit behind because I've literally forgotten to do all my order tracking and order processing for the past few days because I've been so wound up on these videos and getting them out there to you. And I don't want people sort of waiting around for the next video to be posted. So anyway, I'm just going through and getting the tracking codes for the orders that have shipped. So I just click Get Tracking Code in Obolo. That one actually wasn't available because for some reason, I think that's one that I've only recently paid for. Let's try another. All these that are grayed out, I've clicked all of them, and they're currently, if I refresh the page, they will have a tracking code. Let's try this one. There we go. It comes up in the bottom left, tracking code updated. These tracking codes, actually, when I press this button, and the tracking code is collected from AliExpress, that is then sent through to Shopify, and then from Shopify to Aftership, and then Aftership will send an email to my customer with the tracking code. So, as I discussed in a few videos previous, that's actually how it works. So, I'll just open the visibility a bit for you here, so you can see part of my AliExpress order number. Now, what you do is before this says get tracking code, it'll say process order. You click the button. I'll show you it after this. You click the button and it will go to AliExpress and it will process the order. You process them in bulk and you pay for them. And then there's a big green button on AliExpress that says sync all orders with Obolo. And what that does is then pushes the AliExpress order number back to the order the order that it's linked to in Obolo. So I get my AliExpress order number, and then Obolo will, every hour or so, will sync with AliExpress, and you can click get tracking code. And if at that time the tracking code is available, then the tracking code for this AliExpress number will be pushed through to Shopify, through to Aftership, through to my customer. And that's how it works, basically, in terms of order tracking. So this is the order product button. So you click this and it'll open in a new tab and it'll automatically place the order with the right variants of the product, if there are variants of it. And it'll take you through, it'll add it to cart, it'll put in the customer's information, including their shipping address. It will also add the custom note that we set up, and it will also select e-packet or whatever default shipping and note you created in your Obolo settings a few videos back. So that's how it works. I'm aware that the videos are becoming a bit disjointed now, and we're jumping from one topic to another and then back again to another topic that we've already covered slightly. Sorry that it's not more uniform and more set in stone section by section, but this is just how I work. I am, these videos are literally just an over-the-shoulder view of me and how I set up my stores. And I don't necessarily do it section by section. I go from one bit to another bit and back to add more stuff to a previous bit. So I apologise for that, but bear with me because it's all really helpful stuff. That being said, you now need to head back over to Google Analytics and you need to click Home and then click on All Website Data for your store that you set up previously in Analytics. And what you need to do is click Admin. And you need to click Goals. And you need to click New Goal. I've already created mine. Just done it now. So you click New Goal. And these are the settings you need to use. The goal setup, click Custom. Goal description, call it whatever you want. Mine's Checkout Complete, call it Purchase or Order Placed or anything like that. And then type Destination. Goal details, destination equals to /checkout/thank_you, value off, funnel on. And what funnel does is something really cool. It allows you to actually check out how far people are going through your checkout funnel in Google Analytics, and you can then see in real time where in your checkout funnel people are exiting and leaving, and that is a good indicator of which pages you need to look at changing in your checkout funnel. So to do that, you turn funnel on and type these 5 steps. You've got cart, contact, shipping, payment, processing, and these are the pages you need to add in. Make sure required is turned off for the cart page. And then you can verify the goal, but it will probably say 0% conversion rate, because if this is a brand new store like mine is, you're not going to have any conversions yet. So just click Save. If you then click on Reporting, this is basically where you see your traffic information, your bounce rate, average session duration, how many pages are viewed per session, where everyone's coming from via country. China, interesting. What language they speak, browser, operating system, service provider, blah, 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 blah. You can also view acquisition, so how they're coming to your store, which is really cool for your ad campaigns, organic searches, and all that. So here is conversions. This is what we've just set up. So click Goals Overview, and obviously you don't have any information yet. If you click Funnel Visualization, this is how you check out what I was just talking about. So, how many people are entering, adding to cart and viewing the cart page? How many people, what percent of people that are going from the cart page are going to contact info, etc., 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 right through to having completed the checkout process and placed their order. So, you might find that you need to make a change perhaps to the payment method page. Maybe you're not accepting enough forms of payment. Maybe you need to add Amazon payments to try and increase that percentage. I mean, that is probably not how you're going to increase the percent of people going through to processing, because no one's used Amazon on my store yet. But that's just an example. You're able to see which pages you need to work on and which pages you perhaps need to make small changes to. So yeah, I've only just set this up on my first store a few weeks ago, but it's really useful. I now want to show you a secret, and I haven't told anyone else this yet. And honestly, I can't believe the amount of money that it's making me or saving me. My profit margins are really good. When I first started out, my profit margin was rubbish. It was like below 10% after everything. And now that I've developed a really good relationship with my supplier, my main supplier that is, They give me discounts on all sorts. I get free packet shipping regardless of how much it's going to cost them. I get discounts on all my product. It's insane. And then on top of that, I found out about the AliExpress affiliate program where you earn 8% cash back for sales you make through an affiliate link. And I thought, well, actually, if I make my orders through my own affiliate link, I'm going to get cash back. So I messaged Obolo support and I said to them, listen, I'm going to sign up to the AliExpress affiliate program. Is there any way that you can add some code into Obolo's back-end system so that I can add in my affiliate username and my affiliate API key so that every time I process an order through Obolo, it automatically does it through my own link. It goes through my affiliate link, and I can be, I can receive my cashback through sales made through Obolo. And they were more than happy to oblige. And what they did was add me a little affiliate area in my back end. So you click settings, suppliers, and then on AliExpress, you just scroll down, and here at the bottom is the AliExpress affiliate program, a secret, hugely secret dashboard. And really, I wasn't actually going to tell people about this, but it's too good to keep for myself. So what you do is go over to Google and type in AliExpress portal, and you sign up. You apply for the affiliate program. 99.9% of the time will be accepted, and then just have a look at the back end there. What you have to do on the back end, once you've been accepted, is fill in all your settings. You also need to create a new tracking ID, and this tracking ID is what you plug into Obolo's dashboard. You also need to click Ad Center and go to API setting. And here, I can't remember, but I think you have to apply for an API key. Yeah, you do. Apply for the API key, get app key, and basically, this is another thing. I've hidden all mine, obviously. This is another thing. You copy and paste your API key into the Obolo dashboard along with the tracking ID. So as you can see, you put your API key in here and your tracking ID in, and then from then on, it is completely passive income. It's just extra money that you're going to earn on top of your profits from your business. And I haven't actually been paying myself a wage out of my business earnings yet, although I can afford to. I prefer to reinvest the profits into other digital assets because my plan at the moment is to build, a residual passive income of at least £1,000 a month, just so I've got £12,000 a year coming in completely passively, and I don't really have to think about anything, and I can do whatever I want. That's a long way off, really, but here is my AliExpress portal earnings so far: 573 USD in pounds for me is £471 I've earned extra from doing absolutely no extra work. This is just through affiliate program. Like, what on earth is going on? What's happening? What is happening? 471 quid from literally no extra work whatsoever. It's mental. And it's only the 9th. So I'm probably going to earn, well over £1,000 in affiliate income from AliExpress through my business. It's just insane. It's insane. And that's just this month. I did sign up on the 10th of December, so not so long ago. And in December, I nearly got $1,000. So this is I'm so excited that I found this out. It's literally just passive income. And I've decided that, while I'm going to reinvest all the profits from a business back into my business, what I earn through the affiliate scheme, I'm actually going to pay to myself as a livable wage. It's not going to be a lot because at the moment, yeah, we all want fancy cars and nice houses, but at the moment, I'm more concerned about being time rich than I am money rich. So I'm more concerned about building those income streams up. than I am saving up for a nice fancy car. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you this affiliate scheme. It's insane. Okay, so as you will probably know if you're in the Facebook group, there have been quite a few changes to Oberlo. The massive one being the fact that it's actually been acquired by Shopify themselves, which just demonstrates how much people are realizing that dropshipping is a viable business model, how the location-dependent lifestyle business sort of design of business nowadays is something people need to start taking really seriously. Shopify is a huge Canadian company. They're growing very, very quickly, I would say. And I think the acquisition of Oberlo is a very clever move for them. We may see some money put into the development of the interface on Oberlo, perhaps some new partnerships with new suppliers, not just AliExpress, but perhaps US-based wholesalers and factories, etc. It's going to be interesting to see. And the second one is just the user interface, some big changes on the dashboard, daily revenue calculations, etc. And also, what this video is about is a new affiliate program. We have until now been using the AliExpress Portals affiliate program, which I, broke the industry silence about actually in the course on YouTube as well. And a lot of people were incredibly surprised to realize that you can do this and that you can take 8% of your product cost away and get it back in cash back. People did not have a clue, so I'm happy to be able to provide that with you, and now I've got something new to share. Obviously, you do need to contact Oberlo and ask them to add this affiliate dashboard because it is such a secret. They do actually monetize it themselves as far as I'm aware, and they will not allow you access to it if you do not ask for it. So if it's not here, message them using this icon, get them to update it as soon as possible. They've added AdmitAd, which is one of the world's largest CPA affiliate networks. So you can start using this instead of AliExpress Portals, which is what I'd recommend for two reasons. I haven't started using it yet. I'm going to start using it today, actually. The first reason is I'm told they do weekly payouts. So we're no longer waiting, 30 days minimum, often around 60 days for our payouts on AliExpress Portal. We'll actually get a weekly payout if we use AdmitAd instead. Additionally, the starting commission is 8%, as you know, on AliExpress Portals. The starting commission on AdmitAd is 8.5%. So for every £100 you're spending on AliExpress, you're getting £8 back on Portals or £8.50 back on AdmitAd. And it may not seem a lot, but when you add it up over time, it is gonna, it's going to be quite a significant difference. So how to set this up? Obviously, you need the affiliate area. Like I said, contact Oberlo if you don't already have it. It'll take them a day or two. All you do is click the AdmitAd button here, make sure it's selected, and then just use the AdmitAd affiliate ID to get that. You first of all need an AdmitAd account, so obviously sign up, head to programs, all programs, and just type in AliExpress. If it doesn't appear here in the list, it should do, but if it doesn't, just type it in here, click AliExpress, banners and links, and then after you've clicked banners and links, just use your default affiliate link, copy it. It should say https:// or ALITEMS. I thought it said all items, but it doesn't. .com, and then / a load of numbers and or letters. So copy that, head back over to Oberlo, and just paste it in here. And then once you've done that, just click Save Settings, and you should be good to go. Your VA can continue processing orders as normal. Now, I'm quickly going to log out of AdmitAd, and I'm going to pretend to sign up for a new account on AdmitAd, and I'm going to apply to be an AliExpress affiliate, just so you can see what you should be putting in on the dashboards. Okay, so you need to sign up to be a publisher. Introduce yourself. We'll go with John Smith. I'm an individual. My email's johnsmith@gmail.com. And my password. So basically just fill all this in. The only thing you need to listen to me about is your status, and you're going to know which one of these to put in. For me, it'd be individual entrepreneur. Depends what you are. Put whatever you are. If you're a registered company, you're a legal entity. Do that and then click continue sign up. Your ad space type, you're going to think it's a website, but it's not. Scroll down to the bottom, it's dropshipping. Dropshipping app, pick whichever one. For me, it's Oberlo. Link to your shop, put in your URL. Your ad space name, call it what you want. I'm going to just put the name of my shop, my sales regions. You don't have to put in all the regions. I just put in my top 4. And my category, whatever you are selling. If it's a general store, you can just put like gifts and flower, goods from China. Goods from China will cover pretty much anything on AliExpress, and then just give it a description. I'm going to complete this, and then I'll see you on the next page where we complete the sign up. Okay, you've clicked the link, and you should now be on a page similar to mine where it says in the bottom right, you've just missed it, it's just disappeared. Your account is now active. So then you can go to programs, all programs. AliExpress banners and links. And here's your link. And that's how you do it. I should also know that you can actually get paid by PayPal from Admit Ad. So obviously you're waiting around 7 to 15 days to actually see your estimated commissions appear in AliExpress portals. Here it's almost immediate in Admit Ad, which is really, really good. And the fact that you can decide whether you're paid by wire transfer or PayPal is also very beneficial. For me, I'm probably still going to go with wire transfer just because I like to use PayPal as little as possible. But, whatever floats your boat. This is something you definitely need to update on your store. I'm going to be telling all my current students about it. I'll be sending an email out, a post out in the Facebook group, just because, this is money that you're leaving on the table if you aren't updating this, if you aren't using Admit Ad instead of portals. You're missing out on an extra 0.5% cashback. If you're doing big numbers, that's a hell of a lot of money. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. See you later. A couple of people I've spoken to are interested in diversifying their line of products with, mixing and matching dropshipping through AliExpress, along with things they've designed themselves, be that t-shirts, posters, canvases, phone cases, etc., etc. And you can dropship these quite easily with Shopify. And I did try it myself, but I was having a lot more success with my AliExpress products. That doesn't mean to say that you will. You might have a really good eye for design, or you might already have a brand on the back burner that you started a couple of years ago. I myself did try to start a brand in my second year of university. I failed miserably. I was far too confident in my wrong way of thinking. I assumed that me having X amount of followers on Instagram for my brand and on my Twitter for my brand would automatically generate sales organically. I was completely wrong. I invested £350 in stock up front because I'd never heard of Printful and Shopify before. And I didn't sell a single thing. And I basically spent my whole year with a massive cardboard box in my bedroom at university, which wasn't ideal. And then at the end of the year, I just chucked it out in the back garden, just stuck it in one of the green recycling bins. And that was that. That was me, 350 down into the red. But that was a learning experience, and I have learned from it a lot. And now I'm happy to say that, I'm very confident in my e-commerce abilities now, and I'm doing it extremely well. So if you are one of those people that wants to use print-on-demand dropshipping, as opposed to or in addition to AliExpress and Oberlo, Printful is what you want to use. This is what I used. I did, as I said, I did try to sell a couple of personally designed products on my site at the beginning, and I did so with some, very minor success. I made about $300 or something. So let's check it out. I've included the sign up link here, so just give that a click. As usual, this box won't be here because this video will be in its place. So you can design absolutely all sorts. The pricing is very straightforward. I just thought I'd show you a quick overview. Here are some of the things you can create. These are really cool. You can create all sorts of things, and I would definitely check it out if you've got an eye for design, if you can draw, if you can paint, if you've got one of those Illustrator tablets, or just if you want to try it out, see what you can do on it. So click the link, and then you need to sign up. And then after you sign up, you have to install the Shopify app through the App Store. So you click Visit App Store, and then you have to find Printful, but you do have to have an account first. So do that, get signed up, then head over and install the app. I'll quickly sign in and show you my dashboard from, I think it was September and October. So here I am, these are my stats. I started in September with my store. I made $56 from 2 items on Printful. They were t-shirts, I think. 4 orders in October on Printful and 2 in November. And I just got rid of these because I couldn't be bothered with the hassle. I should probably re-add them to my store because I wasn't actually sending traffic to these products. I was sending people to different products on my website, and obviously people browse and they are suggested products they may like. And if they like them, they'll pick them up and purchase. And they were doing so. I made how much? $250. And I think it took me about 20 minutes to set up all in all and to push the products to my website. The products have some really cool descriptions, really good descriptions, especially with the, info about the material that the designs are printed on and that the customer is going to receive. So yeah, 20 minutes work, $250, can't really complain, but I make far more through AliExpress. So that's why I sort of, cancelled out Printful from my business plan. But I would highly suggest Printful if you are one of those people that wants to print on demand and dropship. Again, this is similar to AliExpress in that you don't need to actually see the product physically, and in fact, you don't even need to place the order with one click. As soon as an order is taken on Shopify, it is processed via the Printful app, which is amazing. So you can literally just focus on ads and marketing. You don't have to focus on, order fulfillment and everything like that. So really cool. So as I said, click the link, sign up. Once you signed up, remember to then go to Shopify App Store and find the Printful app, and then you can set up your designs, etc., and push them to your website. Let's also add Retarget app. Retarget app is free in the sense that there's no monthly subscription, but it does charge you 10% of its ad spend. I'll explain that in a second. First of all, you need to log into Facebook after you've installed it. And then just do these instructions really quickly. You should have now accepted the Retarget app agency for a role on your page as an analyst and advertiser. So go back to Retarget. Click all done. It should now be available to click. And you don't need to start using this yet at all. What you do need to make sure you have is no less than 100 daily visitors. And I read that now and I think, wow, that is incredible to think that I once had less than 100 daily visitors on my website, which is really weird to think. And basically what Retarget app does is it's a retargeting ad campaign. So anyone that's viewed your store, been on your website, Retarget app will retarget with dynamic ads. So it will show them the products they've already looked at or are most likely to be interested in. It will show them that on a Facebook advert. And you can customize the advert. You can give it an ad message. You can change your daily budget. My current one is at about $50-$60 a day. This one I will obviously start at $5 to $10. You've got a recommended budget per day. And as they recommend, you need probably at least 100 daily visitors. I'd probably say, maybe 200. Retargeting is one of the best advert marketing campaigns you can do because the click-through rate and conversion rate is so much better because they're just basically showing adverts to people that have already shown an interest and in interaction with your website, so they're more likely to come back. And as I said before in one of the videos, it takes roughly 7 times for an advert to be shown or a brand name to be seen by someone before that person makes a purchase. You can check out the ad, what the ad would look like on mobile and on the desktop right column. I will quickly go through what I usually do as my ad message. So I've just quickly written an ad message. I'm probably going to change this in future, but this is generally what structure I use. I use second person pronouns, you, your, and then I tell them we still save their cart, even if they've not got a cart. It still works. And then I mention a discount code. I use the word today. And then I have a couple of line breaks, and then I have a call to action. Like so. And then I just save, don't start the campaign. And then this is what it looks like. Did you forget your order? We saved your cart for you, blah, 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 blah. Mobile newsfeed, this is what it looks like. A bit messy, actually. And again, a bit messy, so I might change it. But that's basically the structure I use. So now that we've got that installed, we're just about ready to start running our first ever Facebook advert campaign and try to generate some sales. I'm going to have a quick look over my store, install Yo and Hurify. If you remember, I said I was going to hold off installing them until I was fully ready to start running ads to make the most of my free trials with them. And we should be just about ready to start generating some traffic. Here's a really quick one. This is my back end on my first store on Retarget app. I started running Retarget about a week after I started running my Facebook ads. So it must have taken me a week or so to sort of be quite confident in reinvesting in the business, in addition to, forking out for Facebook ads. And today, this is the stats so far. It is all in UTC time. So 8 hours behind me, I think. I have no idea. I'm a bit stupid like that. So today, so far, we spent $15. We've turned over through Retarget ads $96 with a profit of $80. Yesterday, $60, profit of $600. Last 7 days, $344 spent, nearly $3,000 made, to a profit of $2,500. Obviously, you've got your product cost to take out of this. I'm not making £2,500 profit in a week. I wish. I'm not going to look at the rest because they're quite large numbers, and I'd rather keep it private. So, yeah, I just thought I'd show you this is how it works. It's incredible ROI. I'm spending 340 quid and they're giving me $3,000 back pretty much. And then obviously I do have my product cost, let's say that's half. So, $1,250, I'd say, yeah, after product cost, maybe $1,000 or something like that, but still pretty decent. So, yeah, that's it.